Pastors aren't supposed to like butt stuff, so I hesitate even calling this man a pastor, but here's that guy with the robes again.
MAGA versus Jesus, round 16.
Why is a homosexual white man got to represent Jesus?
MAGA says real Christians support Trump, but the Bible says those who say they love God but hate their neighbor are lying.
Is there like a MAGA says page or where everything goes or know exactly what MAGA says, or he just making this all up from his liberal mind?
Cannot follow Jesus Christ while actively supporting politicians or policies that hurt your neighbor, like cutting their food aid or their health care.
Are legal criminal aliens truly neighbors? They're not even supposed to be here. They're illegally in the country. And also, you have to do stuff in America to get stuff. You can't just not work, sit down, and collect welfare. If you're able-bodied, you got to go work.
MAGA says we must protect Christian power, but the Bible says my power is made perfect in weakness.
Where is the MAGA site to get all the MAGA says quotes? I've literally never heard that before until just now. MAGA, I know I got some MAGA people following me, man. Hook me up. Where's he getting all this stuff?
Christianity isn't about accumulating power. That's a fundamental misunderstanding of the religion. Instead, what the gospel is about is creating peace through the presence of justice. Besides, Christian power is really just about propping up people who are already wealthy and powerful, usually straight white men.
You see what he did there? Because he's a homosexual, so he couldn't just say white men. So he had to make sure, usually just straight white men. Because the straight white men are the bad ones, not the homosexual white men like me. We're the good guys.
MAGA says, win at all costs. But the Bible says, better a little with righteousness than much gain with injustice.
When what at all? What the? Where do you find the MAGA talking points, man? I want to know. I need to put this in context.
The gospel isn't about winning or losing. It's about standing with those who are on the margins of society, who society is taking advantage of. It is about creating justice.
Kind of feels like you're just saying that because you're like a homosexual and like you consider yourself one of the people on the margins or that little whatever group that needs all this special protection or whatever. And so you want us all to just come and protect your homosexual life. No.
MAGA says, destroy the people who oppose us. But Jesus says, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you.
Is he literally just thinking of mean stuff to say and then saying, MAGA says? And then like, what?
Demonizing your enemy is never a good look. Instead, we're called to create peace by seeing the face of God in absolutely every human being. You see, the teachings of MAGA are simply incompatible with the teachings of Jesus Christ.
The idea of a homosexual pastor itself is just ridiculous. In order to justify his existence as a person, as a man, as anything, you have to go in and literally say what the book says is wrong. So you have to justify the way you live your life to go against what the book says about the way you live your life. And the problem is, once you'll do that, and the way the book talks about that butt stuff is very, very clear. It's very, very clear. There's no confusion. Once you can take butt stuff and make that like okay and justifiable in the eyes of the Lord, well, then you can take anything. Then all of a sudden, illegal aliens is okay. This is okay. People storming churches is okay because those are white supremacists leading the church. Like everything becomes okay once you make it okay for a man of God, a pastor, to do butt stuff at night with his husband.